Hey, welcome. Enjoying your blended family. All the B fams out there, we are celebrating another fun Friday. And this one, we're staying in the heart of celebration. So we're actually talking about celebrating. That's such a weird word. Celebrating, you want to say celebrate or celebrate? Or
only you.
Yeah, only me. Have you ever said a word, and when you said that word, you second-guessed the word and said, did I say that word right?
Pretty much anytime you say a word like more than 3 times in a row, like you're like, is that even what the word is anymore?
And then you look it up and you're like, oh yeah, okay, that was right. That was so weird. Or even when you spell something, sometimes when you're writing and you spell a word you hadn't spelled in a while and it just looks different. It's like, no, that's not right, is it? So weird how language and English
spelling is not
does
my
that.
strong suit.
But we are celebrating.
Yes, back to
random holidays. So we're going to talk in this episode about how you can take some random holidays, because we all know about the big ones and stuff like that. But life is more, right? We shouldn't just stop there. What can we do that we're taking other things and making it something special in our family that really helps us blend better, that helps our relationships grow stronger. So we got some really cool ideas. So you stay tuned. This is going to be a good one.
All right. So we're back and we are going to share with you a few different ways that you can celebrate these random holidays, different ideas, different directions you can take it. You take all 3 of them or pick one and run with it. But before we get into that, we want to get into the heart of the why. Like, we already have a lot of things that we're celebrating. Like we said, we just came off of the holiday season when it seems like celebration after celebration. But I think the reason we love the holiday season so much is because as humans, we do enjoy celebrating because it's something different, something out of the norm. It creates these moments and these memories. But the problem with your normal holidays, especially in a blended family, is those holidays are usually already so busy because everybody's celebrating them and they're pulling you in different directions. And then you're a blended family, so you're sharing that holiday with your co-parents as well, right? So you're taking all of these different holidays and you're breaking them all into these things that you have to do. But if you celebrate these random holidays, it's something that you and your family can do specifically for y'all.
And it's, we're not saying, well, we got to add more, because we're probably coming off the holidays going, oh my God, I'm glad that's over.
Not me.
I'm glad that's done. Yeah, we have some of the outliers like Scarlett over here that's like, I wish Christmas could be forever. And, it just, sometimes we can get so caught up in that. We're trying to throw ideas, and that's what we do on Fun Fridays, right? We give you ideas. Hopefully, this encourages you to do something different, something new, because we always say when you do something new, it creates stronger relationships, stronger bonds, and that's kind of what we're looking for in a step family, right? Sometimes we can have those divisions, or we're trying to feel, how do we connect, or how do I relate with my step kid? I've got nothing in common, and there's all these challenges that we can have, and these are great ways when we do something new, something out of the norm, to really create some special moments. And that's kind of what this is. It's a way to sit there and say, okay, well, let's take this idea of random holidays, right? Because we come on here, Fun Fridays, and we love sharing all kinds of things. So we're hoping that you take these ideas and you run with it. Maybe you do everything that we're talking about, or maybe you take parts or pieces of it. But the random holidays is something different, right? It's something, we're going to break it down what that means here, and all the crazy holidays.
Yes,
there is some crazy random holidays out there, and we don't have to do them all, right? But we get to pick and choose what we want to do, but we want to sprinkle this into our everyday lives to change it up, to get our kids out of their rooms, right? Mm-hmm. And to help maybe you and your spouse connect by doing something fun together. Maybe you're like, where are we going to do this date night? Oh, you're going to go to the movies? It's like, we always go to the movies. So maybe it's something different that you're able to take and use some of these to kind of spice up your relationships.
Yeah, and we know that when you do these things and you make these new memories, it makes these connections, and that's what you want in your blended family. That's how you blend, is creating these moments. And they don't have to be huge, spectacular, expensive things, especially the stuff we're going to be sharing with you. They're just fun, silly moments that your family's going to be able to look back on and laugh about. And we want more of that. There's this girl that I follow on Instagram. I don't even know if her last name is exactly this, but when I read it, it's Shannon Doherty, but not Shannon Doherty like
Beverly the 90210?
90210. They just have the same name, or maybe she even pronounces hers different. But she's one of those that has a huge following, TikTok, Instagram, and stuff. But she is known for sharing like cheap, simple life hack kind of things to celebrate the everyday thing. And I was watching one of her videos the other day, and she was talking about the reason she does what she does is because her grandmother would do these, that she would tell her that every day is like a new day to celebrate, basically. Not to quote her exactly or anything, but what I took away from it is every day is a new day to just be excited about the life that we have. And that her grandmother would make the simplest moments into these big moments. So she shares like simple ways to do that. So I love following her. And then it reminded me of my aunt who does something similar. She's actually my second cousin. I always call her my aunt because she's in my aunt age range. Anyways, she always does this Groundhog Day celebration with a group of friends of hers, and they're called the Groundhog Ladies, and they go out and
the Groundhog Ladies.
They have like a yearly celebration where it's her and this group of friends. They may not see each other all year long, but they get together on this day and they have this weekend together. And I always thought that is so cool, because who celebrates Groundhog Day? I mean, besides a pre-K teacher that does activities on Groundhog Day.
Hey, there are probably some people out there that are diehard Groundhog followers. So I don't know. There could be, but it really is. It's like picking a few of these, and like we say, you don't have to do all of them, but maybe pick a few things that are special to your family and make it fun. You know, it's one of those things that, you know, is so funny at us as human beings. You can ask us to name something bad about ourselves, and we'll spit off, I'm this, and I can't do that. And name something good about yourself. Right? So it's so easy for us to focus on the negative, and we see that so much into our blended families that we can spit out all the negative. But whenever it's like, well, let's look at the positive. What are some good things about that? And sometimes it can be challenging. We kind of hit that roadblock. Yeah. So what this does is it helps create more of the good things, and it helps your family see more of the good things. And that's the real important part. It's not really about the random holidays, right? Yeah. Some of these we've never heard of before. It's like, seriously, I think someone's just in an office somewhere going, yeah, hey, let's do this one. Let's do Frito Day. Hey, that'd be fun. They're just spitting them out and then putting them out there as holidays. And, you know, but the thing is, we can take some of that, and we don't have to take all of it, but we can take some that we know our family might relate to or have fun with. And hey, let's run with that. Let's do something fun, simple. You know, it can be simple, cheap, you know, whatever, but we're creating a moment. We're creating a time.
Yeah. And I heard something on a podcast the other day that I just thought, wow, that's an interesting way to look at it. And it was explaining the way that our memories are, and they're loaded in our heads like magazine articles, or a magazine, like say it's a National Geographic. And if you had 100 of the exact same National Geographic, that's hard to say,
National Geographic
magazine, you would throw out all the rest, right? And you would only keep that one. There's no reason to keep all the rest of them. And our memories are like that. If all of our days are similar, we're doing the same thing. You're waking up, kids are going to school, you're coming home, maybe go to practice, eat dinner, go to bed, and you're repeating the same things. Our memory begins to just clump them all together as this one memory. But when you do something different outside of that, it's like having another magazine, a new
magazine.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what the other word is.
A folder.
A folder?
Like a file folder? Is that
well,
what you're talking?
I was thinking if you have like this month's subscription or next month's, what's that?
Well, it's the same. It's just a different magazine. It's like a different month. It's like the new month.
Yeah,
magazine.
but it's called something. Anyways, I don't remember. But it creates this new one. It's a new memory, and it's something that they will always remember. And like what you were saying with the file folder, it makes this new place in our brain. And so when we do these things, we create these moments. These are the things when you're older that they look back on. When your kids are older, they look back and they say, oh, yeah, that was so fun when we had that one night, even if you didn't do it every year, but you had that one night where we celebrated Groundhog's Day. They look back and they treasure those moments because those are the things that are creating the memories.
Yeah, really, I mean, key thing, parents, this gives your kids buy-in. They really will. If you're looking to try to get your kids more plugged into your family and to try to get them to feel more accepted and just a part of it, and you're trying to get them out of their rooms more, this will do that. So this is just a fun tip, fun trick, right? It's just kind of do some of these things. Like we said, you don't have to put a lot of time or effort into it, but if you start doing some of these things, you'll get some real good results whenever you do that in your family. You'll see good results with your kids. So let's dive into this. Like let's start talking about this. You want to share maybe some of the holidays?
Yes. So we'll start out with one way because we're going to share with you 3 different ways to celebrate these random holidays. And one is look at the month, and your month probably has whatever that typical holiday that's being celebrated. So let's say for February, Valentine's being a very typical holiday that's celebrated then. But what's another holiday in February? And that's where Groundhog's Day comes in. Right at the beginning of February, you have Groundhog Day. And so you're like, okay, let's celebrate Groundhog Day as our family tradition, something that we're going to do special. Or March, you have St. Patrick's Day. Like, not a lot of people put a lot of energy and excitement. I mean, we got engaged on St. Patrick's Day.
We did do that. And last St. Patty's Day, I had corned beef. And
yes, corn hash.
Corn beef
hash.
Corned beef hash. It was amazing.
Yeah,
I may not be able to pronounce it, but it was good.
We took this idea and we just created a holiday for ourselves, and we really made St. Patrick's Day special. Or in April, you have April Fool's Day, and you're getting to have jokes and play pranks if your family loves to do those kind of things. In May, you have Cinco de Mayo. So you're picking these not so popular celebrated things. You're not probably having to share the kids with your co-parent on that day. It might fall on their time anyways, but looking to see like how can we do something special during these little less known holidays. Yeah,
and that's what you're doing. So it's one of those, just it's taking, like we did the St. Patrick's Day, right? We sat there and we wore green, Well, we always wear green, but it's...
We always wear... Oh, you mean like not us.
On St. Pat. Yeah. But it's taking that and it's saying, okay, well, what's something else that we can do? Let's find a St. Patrick's Day meal. What is St. Patrick's Day about? And maybe getting your kids involved. And, we discovered, kind of Ireland and some of the Irish traditions that they would kind of do. And we found a meal that they did. And it's like, okay, well, let's have that meal on this day and let's just kind of have fun with that. And so it's looking for those little things.
Yeah. And I mean, anytime you can bring in a little bit of decoration along with it, go to the dollar store and buy some stuff, and you make that one-time investment, and then you just create a little tote that has all these different holidays, but your breakfast has that theme or that color attached to it. You're making green pancakes that morning. I mean, these are the things that are going to make these connections for them.
Yeah, you do that and your kids will eat that one up, especially when you get them involved. You get them involved maybe in some of the planning, and say like using the pancakes, for example, say, okay, well, St. Patty's Day, we're going to celebrate that one this year. Okay, we're going to do green pancakes, and that's it. That's St. Patty's Day. We're doing green pancakes.
Even make them kind of clover-shaped.
You get your kids involved, and you're putting the dye in and everything, and just kind of having fun with that, right? So it's just taking one simple thing, or you can go like crazy, maybe the whole day. You're celebrating St. Patty's Day. And we're just using that one as an example because that one's a little near and dear to our heart. We kind of taken that one as more of a family tradition.
Love it.
We kind of take that one. But, you got them for all of them. You do President's Day. maybe you get a beard, like an Abe Lincoln beard and a top hat, and you're just running around looking like that. Or you're learning something new about a president. Maybe you're celebrating one president out of there. Maybe you're taking a president and saying, okay, what was something crazy that they did? And then maybe you're, well, maybe not replicating it, depending on what it was.
Start a war. That's already happening in our blended families. We don't need that. But even like for your heritage or your background, what is a holiday that your culture celebrates that maybe doesn't get celebrated as much over here in the States? Or maybe you live in another country, because we do have a lot of listeners that live all over the world. And so just finding these different things that you can create these moments, and you don't have to make them do a 2-page essay on a president.
Please don't.
They don't want to do that. But just Google some things right quick. I mean, I know in Easter, like just a quick Google. I was looking this morning because the egg thing is a whole big deal right now, the shortage of eggs. And I've seen a lot of jokes on there about how expensive the eggs are and what could you do instead. So I was thinking, well, they used eggs, was it out of because they had so many eggs left over? And a quick Google search was showing because in the Christian beliefs, because they didn't eat certain things during that time, they had an abundance of eggs, and the eggs represented rebirth and Christ's rebirth. So they used these, and they would start decorating them. And there's a lot of different pieces of different locations and why they use the eggs. But just a quick, simple search like that, because I was like, maybe we could use potatoes, paint potatoes, and then hide them. So we're going to be coming with some ways that you can do Easter different
without an egg,
without spinning an arm and a leg on your eggs. There you go.
So, an arm and egg on your leg, yeah, you know what I mean.
Yes.
So it is taking one of those, and if you are having issues coming up with some of those random holidays, you can buy one of those calendars that they still sell at stores. We do that all the time. We do that every year. I've got my wall calendars, and they have holidays on them. They have some of these holidays that you may need that to kind of spark some ideas and go, oh yeah,
you're like,
that's a holiday.
What does Orthodox Day mean?
Yeah, well, I
still
have
don't know.
no idea. But then a quick Google search, we have that capability now, and say, okay, well, does that mean anything to my family? Could we take that and just have fun with that? So it's kind of looking at the month in advance, before the month happens, and say, okay, this month, is there anything here that we could take and we could just kind of run with it and make a fun day out of it and do something fun? Maybe it's even getting outside and doing something together. It doesn't have to be over food or anything, but it's just basically you're coming together as a family and just having fun together, and you're just using the holiday to help get you all out there doing something.
Yes.
That's really what that is.
Number 2, you don't even have to wait for a once a month thing. If you're really into this, or you just like completely randomness, they have national days. Like Randall was saying earlier, we don't know who comes up with these or how they become official. I did see a place where you could try to submit a national day, so there probably are just regular old folk.
They are creating
and there's
stuff.
So many. Like I just went to nationaldaycalendar.com, and there's like 5 different national days in just one day.
Well, it is. It's really crazy, and some of them are hilarious, and you could really have some fun with your family doing some of these. But we'll share more of that in just a minute. Y'all stay tuned. It's time to have some more blended family fun. Yeah, are you ready?
What was that?
I've been really working on this song. What do you think?
Sure. It's great, babe.
Well, it goes along with how to enjoy your blended family. The 5 dates to discover fun in your step family. The greatest thing since sliced bread for blended families.
Okay, I get it now. I feel your excitement. But why don't you tell them about it instead of singing it to them?
Wow. Okay, shut me down. Why don't you? All right, let me try. When you have more fun together, you see less blended family drama. But we can get so caught up in life and problems that we miss out on really enjoying our family. So we'll walk you through 5 dates where you'll discover more fun your family loves and have a great plan to keep it going. How's that?
Pretty good. Short and sweet. I know that got them way more excited about all the fun possibilities they can experience with their family than your song did.
What? Seriously?
Well, you could have also told them that it not only creates more fun in their whole family doing this, but it also adds more fun in their marriage and gives them new ways to connect with their kids individually. It's also great for building that step-parent relationship. You could have said all that too.
I don't think you really appreciated all the work that I put in on that song.
Ay. Anyways, How to Enjoy Your Blended Family, 5 Dates to Discover Fun in Your Step Family is available for you today. Discover more fun and you'll see less problems. The link to get started is in the show notes of this episode.
Have more fun with your blended family and go on these 5 dates today. You'll be so glad you did. Yeah.
Really? You had to go there again. Let's get back to this episode.
Okay, so talking on National Day. So if you're like, okay, Randall, Scarlett, we celebrate these holidays already. Some of these random holidays. We celebrate St. Patty's Day. We're crushing it there. We celebrate Easter. We're celebrating Valentine's Day, President's Day. Yeah, we do. Or maybe you're like, I want something a little bit more. Then that's where
more random.
That's where these national holidays come in. And let me tell you, there's some good ones. You want to share your favorite national holiday?
Yes. If you are a Tater Tot fan like me, on February 2nd is National Tater Tot Day.
National Tater Tot Day. There you go. Could you imagine the fun you could have with that? Tater tots every meal. Maybe you're having a tater tot breakfast. I don't know.
Go to Sonic, get some tater tots with cheese.
Tater tot wars.
Oh.
Maybe even in the backyard, you're taking frozen tater tots. Probably not frozen. That wouldn't be good, but it could be.
You come up with some weird stuff.
And you got your family on 2 sides. Maybe it's the parents versus the kids. And
how about on Tater Tot Day, we just eat tater tots?
You could do that. That's boring. But you could really get creative with tater tot. Or hide the tater tot.
That could be your Easter egg.
Hide the tater tot. And you got tater tots randomly placed throughout the house, which could be really bad if you forget where you left one.
I've done that with actual boiled eggs before. But
But you're just taking like a random national holiday and saying, okay, what dumb thing can we do to get us together and laugh and have some fun
or
with
you
it?
could just eat tater tots because, we love eating tater tots.
As I'm saying all that, she's like, no, save the tater tots.
Just eat them. Just eat them.
She could definitely eat tater tots every day, all day.
I have
every
eaten tater tots, especially with the air fryer, 3 times, like for all 3 meals. It's like my stress eating. My comfort food is tater tots. So I love National Tater Tot Day. Now, I just wrote down a few because when this podcast comes out, it's going to be a little bit before February starts. So I just picked 1 or 2 from each day over the next several days that are going to be coming up just to get your wheels spinning. So February 3rd, we have Bubblegum Day.
Oh, Bubblegum Day.
So have some fun. Go out.
Have some fun with the bubblegum.
Maybe a bubble popping competition so you can get the biggest bubble. I'm like,
how many bubblegums can you fit in your mouth?
That get that big chew.
Yeah, the big chew. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, so just something.
That was fun.
Just something fun. Little. It doesn't have to be big, or even just put a little bubble gum. And with the
little
note
bazookas
on it
that have aren't those the ones that have like little sayings on them?
Oh, I think so.
The bazookas, yeah.
Kill my teeth though.
Oh.
I think all of them do. Now, February 4th is National Play Outside Day.
Play outside.
And so, for any of you guys that listen to our 1,000 Hours Outside episode in January, where we're challenging ourselves to get outside more, February 4th is a great way to do that and make sure that you're really highlighting that because it's National Play Outside Day. Go to a park.
I love that.
Go in your backyard.
Yep.
Do something fun.
Yep.
But it's also Ice Cream for Breakfast Day.
Oh, you would win as a parent if you did that with your kids and said, hey, it is National Ice Cream for Breakfast Day. Today, you're getting Rocky Road ice cream for breakfast.
Yeah.
What kid would not sit there and celebrate. Or maybe they are, they have some dairy issues. So maybe it's you're using yogurt instead or something, which that's probably still dairy. But they have alternatives.
If they have dairy issues and you don't need ice cream, then skip this one. But for the rest of you.
That is true. That is true. So that one is one that you would sit there and go, yeah, no, not us. And then go to the next one. Maybe.
But this one, I'm telling you, like Randall said, you would be oh my goodness, mom, dad, you're awesome. If they wake up and you say, you know what, we're skipping the eggs this morning, we're having ice cream. They're like, wait, what? Are we in
Serious?
in like a Twilight Zone? What's happening here? And especially for breakfast. I mean, yes. Now, February 6th is National Chopstick Day.
Chopsticks.
So have you a little bit of Chinese food. Use some chopsticks.
And you don't even have to eat Chinese food. You could have anything, but maybe for dinner, you just bust out some cheap chopsticks. Mm-hmm. And it says, okay, forks are gone. Let's figure this one out.
Yeah. Yeah, it don't even have to be Chinese food. You get nuggets and you're trying to pick them up with your chopstick or just stab them. And the more things you do like this, you're going to be laughing. You're going to create these moments. And they're going to look back and be like, remember that one time I tried to eat nuggets with a chopstick and it just kept falling, so I just stabbed it?
And that's, kind of side note, this gives your family stories. And when your family is having stories over laughter and you're saying, hey, remember when? This is when you know you're winning as a blended family. This is when you know, okay, hey, we're doing some good stuff here because we're creating some really special moments. And these are just fun ways to be able to do it, right? To help break all the negative things that we have, throw in more of the positive things. So National Chopstick Day.
And that day is shared with National Froyo Day. So your frozen yogurt. So like you were talking about earlier, doing that as a sub.
You got the Froyo Day.
So go to one of we love like our local ones here. We go, you get all the toppings on it.
Well, it's kind of a love-hate. Because, if you have any of those yogurt bars and they do anything with the weight, I know the first time that I went and did that, I didn't realize that's how things were done. I thought you just got to pay for the cup.
None of us in the family did.
And $50. Us and all of our kids, we're just putting in all the yogurts, and then it's like, oh, you hit the little assembly line table that's there, and it's like, ooh, Reese's Pieces, heck yeah, chocolate, and it's like fruits.
Balls
and you may not even be into fruit, but fruit looks really good sitting in a bar like that. It's like, I need some of that.
All the cereal toppings.
And you walk away with this mound of yogurt just with toppings and stuff. And you're like, hey, you're ready to check out. And then you put on the weight and it's like 15 pounds. You're like, uh-oh.
Yeah, $50 later. You're like, maybe can we put some of that back? You live and you learn the first time.
Yes.
But even like days like that on a National Froyo Day, we live close enough that we can bike to our frozen yogurt place. And so just making it a little bit different. Hey, today's National Frozen Yogurt Day. Let's ride our bikes down there and let's go get some frozen yogurt. So you're just taking these ideas and making it into a special day. And if you do it right and don't load your frozen yogurt up, it's really one of these moments and memories that doesn't cost you a whole lot, but is priceless for your children. And the last one that I wrote down, and I wrote this one because I thought for us that like to look for ways to serve or give back or connect with our family. The February 7th is Send a Card to a Friend Day. So I noticed on some of these days that they had like National Mailman Day or National Garbage Truck Man. I don't know what's the official name for that, but these days where you're celebrating some people in your community as well and the things that they do for you in a way to give back to them. So something as simple as y'all make some cookies or a thank you card or make some cards and sending it to a family member that they haven't seen on that day. So just taking some of these ideas and like how can we bless other people with it as well.
Yeah, no, good stuff. So that's our second one. So our last one, third one is, you want to share that one?
Yes. This one isn't so much about a national. This isn't what other families are doing. This is create these moments, these special holidays that are special and unique to your family. So you might be choosing maybe the first day that you introduced your kids together. And I know for us, like we all went putt-putt golfing. So on that day, if you recall which day it was, then for that date, so say it was February 26th, I'm just throwing a day out there. On that date each year, you guys go and do something together. Maybe recreate the same date that you had when you first met, or you just do something new and it's just like this moment, this monument in your family of saying like, this was a special day for us.
Yeah. It's kind of like when you're dating, and your significant other comes up and says, hey, it's our 2-month anniversary. And the guy's like, what? Really? 2 months?
Yeah. Well, and like we would call when we got engaged, like that's
Yeah.
not something you usually celebrate because we celebrate our anniversary.
Yeah.
But on your anniversary, that is a day that's usually couples based. So maybe it is engagement day. This is the day that like started to morph us into a family. So we're going to celebrate this day as a family.
Yeah, so it is. It's trying to pick out some special moments that are, unique to you and your family, and then celebrating those like you would a birthday or something, maybe not going that extravagant, or, maybe it's just a way of acknowledging it and calling it out and making it special for your family and having fun on that day to where you're all coming together. So, and then if you don't have a day, if you can't recall it or whatnot, then there is a Stepfamily Day. There's a National Stepfamily Day that we celebrate being step families. And
Yeah,
that's
so September 16th.
Yeah.
Yes.
September 16th, add that to your calendar as well, to where on September 16th, it's like, we're a blended family, aka step family. And this is just something fun. We're going to celebrate us. We're going to celebrate us as a family. And, we're just glad and we're appreciative that we get to be together. And you're celebrating that. Maybe you're sharing, going out to dinner, or going out to a restaurant or something, or, maybe you are making your favorite meal. Like us, we probably do rib night or something like that.
Yes.
Because we do love some barbecue ribs.
Yes, please.
And so, it's whatever's special to your family, use that day as well. But it's just kind of coming up with these unique holidays. Sometimes you can be random with it. You can sit there at the start of the month and look and say, hey, what's in this month? Is there anything cool or fun? Maybe it's getting on nationaldaycalendar.com and saying, okay, well, what's coming on this month? What could we really have some fun with?
Yeah.
Maybe it's National Cupcake Day or something like that. And you're all making cupcakes, or cupcake wars. I take everything back to throwing things at each other.
I know.
Just
what
because
is with that?
Because I'm a kid inside, and kids love to throw things at each other. And how much fun whenever you can do it in a controlled, loving environment.
I've had a few food fights in my day, and they are a lot of fun. A little messy. You get a little nasty in your ears, but
And sometimes as parents, you may hear that and you may be shrieking, going, no, I can never do that. But sometimes you got to let your hair down a little bit, because that's how that connects with your kids as well.
Yeah.
So you make some really fun memories, and you'll walk away being like, all right, that was fun. That was cool. So just coming together, maybe sharing that with you and your spouse, start talking about it, get a game plan, and just say, hey, maybe this month, what do you think? Maybe we could take one, just start easy. Start with one out of the month or something that you and your family are just kind of connecting with, and how you can take it easy, budget friendly, depending on where you're at financially and what you want to do.
Yeah.
But you're taking one a month and just putting it on the calendar and saying, hey, we're going to celebrate this. And who knows, you might have something that sticks. And then y'all might say every year we're celebrating this holiday. It may not look the same every year, but we're going to celebrate this holiday, maybe do something different every time or something.
Yeah,
But
so many ideas.
Yeah.
Take it, run with it, use it for your whole family, use it for a way to connect with you and one of your kids as a date idea or as a couple. Like, the possibilities are endless. Get your kids involved and let them pick some of the days you want to
Yeah.
celebrate, or y'all go do it and make it a surprise. But the thing is just to make these moments, create these memories, and give your kids something just fun, silly things to look back on.
Yeah, and I'm even thinking right now, you're taking this national, these crazy, really crazy off the wall national days. And at the beginning of the month, you as a family with your kids, you're looking at all of them and saying, okay, what are we doing this month? And majority rule or majority picks, or maybe you're doing a process of elimination or something. But yeah, bringing the whole family to kind of make the decision. Y'all do that every month. How much fun would that be for your family? Just saying, hey, that's our thing. We're just celebrating random holidays.
Yes. Disclaimer, because as we were picking some of these days right here, there are things like National Shower with a Friend Day. Yeah. And I'm not sure what that entails.
I'm not sure who came up with that one.
Unless you're like 3, I don't really know when showering with a friend is okay.
Is ever a good idea. So, take that for what it is.
Keep that in mind when you look at things that there may be things that you need to weed out and look at first.
Maybe you pull it up, print it out, black out certain ones, and then have your family look at it, your kids.
Yes, they also have an Instagram page where they share these things daily, so you can look on there.
So yeah, just a lot of great ideas. And really, like we said, the heart behind this is to start doing more things with your family. Yeah. Here, we're all about being proactive instead of reactive. The more things we can do to help bring our family together, then the less problems that arise, the less challenges that you will see, the more you'll see your family really coming together and just blending so well and really enjoying each other, creating more fun moments than having bad moments, right? And that's what this is all about. These are just fun, silly ideas to be able to help do that. So add these to your tool shed. I always say that they're tools just that we can use to really help our family and build it the way we want to build it. Yeah. Add this to your tool shed and y'all do it. Y'all have fun. Take it, run. Hopefully this sparks some really cool, crazy ideas, especially once you start looking at some of these things. You'll really get fired up and your family will get fired up as well. Yeah. So listen, we love you guys. Y'all be blessed and have a fun Friday. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us today. We hope this episode has been a blessing and encouraged your family journey.
Make sure you stay connected with us and join our weekly Blended Family newsletter. We send an email out every Friday morning full of support and encouragement.
And when you join, we also want to give you a free gift. So go get yours today. The link is in the show notes below.
Have an amazing day. Remember to enjoy the journey with your blended family, and we'll see you on the next episode.